Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Uh, alam mo, ma'am, you mentioned about uh, yung uh, academic freedom. Alam mo ba na yung academic freedom na yan, that is the most abused phrase na ginagamit. Kaya yung ating mga kabataan napunta na, naging NPA na yung mga kabataan natin. At may mga tao at may mga estudyante tayo nangamatay dahil palagi nating in-invoke yung academic freedom at kinalimutan natin yung locus parentis. Ma'am, ganito na lang po. Kaya namin ito ini-insist dahil nga lumabas doon sa last hearing namin na 4 out of the yung 7 accused na nandito sa last hearing, inaamin nila na in the 4 years nila sa Adamson University, 8 semesters, wala sila talagang natanggap or nalaman na orientation seminar every start of the semester, which is provided by law na dapat i-orient yung estudyante about fraternity. Wala po silang natanggap na orientation seminar at hindi sila nasabihan na eskwela kung gaano kasama, gaano kabigat yung Anti-Hazing Act of 2018 natin. Kaya sila, matapang pa rin sila na ginagawa nila yung hazing. So, kahit na anong insistent na sinasabi ng student affairs ng Adamson, si Mr. Nabalaska, ako, walang personalan ito, based on facts lang tayo na lumabas doon sa hearing natin, kahit anong deny niya, lumalabas talaga na walang orientation. Kaya nga nakakommit sila ng krimen dahil hindi sila na-orient. Kaya ito nga, ang responsibilidad ng eskwelahan ay dapat andyan. Gabayan natin yung mga estudyante natin. Dahil mga bata ito, after na-commit nila yung crime, lumabas yung pagka-inosente nila, mga bata. Kawawa, saka pa sa nagsisi, tapos na. Pero kung ito'y na-brief nyo ng husto, na-orient nyo ng husto, na kapag kayo'y nag-engage in hazing, mabigat ang parusa sa hazing, sigurado maghunos dili itong mga bata na ito na mang-haze ng kanilang mga ka-fraternity, yung papasok sa fraternity nila. So yun lang po, kasi ang hirap ang hirap from my point of view, as a military officer, as a police officer, yung aming talagang ini-insist na command responsibility, ang hirap niyo yung iwasan yung command responsibility pagdating sa mga estudyante ninyo dahil alam ninyo na merong nag-i-exist na fraternity sa eskwelahan ninyo. Pero porket walang sanksyon doon sa batas, walang penal provision, hindi niyo in-implement itong provisions ng batas na ito. So, kailangan taigtingan natin itong batas na ito. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Mahirap sige iwas tayo sa problema. Otherwise, hindi mahinto ito. Hindi mahinto itong hazing na ito. That is, kung gusto nyo, i-outlaw natin talaga yung hazing. Pero it's impossible to outlaw hazing dahil constitutional right natin yung freedom from assembly. So, yun nga sa atin. Freedom from outlaw ang fraternity. I-outlaw natin ang fraternity, which very difficult to make. Dahil alam naman natin, constitutional right yan ng bawat tao. Yun lang sa akin, Mr. Chairman. Sana magkaklaro bago matapos ng hearing na ito, maklaro natin, madelineate natin kung sino dapat mananagot dito. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The Senate President would like
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Following the questioning of or the statement of Senator Bato de la Rosa, gusto ko sanang tanungin si Ma'am Maya and Attorney Rosales. To the two ladies, no? Do you think that to improve the law, we need to now compel students who enter universities to mandatorily declare that they are members of fraternities para alam ninyo? Kasi right now, baka hindi naman kailangan tanungin yun eh. So if a student joins, The problem kasi, Mr. Chairman, and correct me if I'm wrong, any of the resource persons here, there are fraternities that are not school-based. I know Tau Gamma Phi is a fraternity that's not necessarily school-based, and there's many other fraternities that are not school-based. If we now compel under the law the schools and the students to mandatorily declare if they are members of fraternities or not, maybe that will help. Di ba? Kasi if there are the school year, you get 1,000 applicants to your school. Out of that 1,000 applicants, under the law, you'll now have to put in your form, the entry form of the students, are you members of a fraternity? Yes or no? Under Republic Act, so and so, with the amended Republic Act on the Anti-Hazing Law, you must declare your membership to fraternity if you are a member or not. Diba? Now, if they lie on that particular issue and they're a member of fraternity, eventually they will get into trouble in the schools, fraternity authorities. Then maybe the schools have may pweba po sila. They have a reason to expel or to suspend the students. Maganda ba yan? Maganda bang mga amendment yan sa batas? I'd like to ask the two ladies.
Mr. Chair.
Rosales, come closer to
yes.
your microphone.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon.
Ina po, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
We can hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I'm now... Can you hear me na po?
Yes, we can, ma'am.
Okay. So as to the proposal of the Honorable President Subiri, so I think that will be of great help to the universities so that we will have knowledge whether there are students who are actually members of community-based fraternities. Because, Mr. Chair, that's really the problem among universities. We're not, in fact, knowledgeable of whether these students are actually members, and there were no reported incidents of hazing in the university. And so universities are also at times at a loss on that regard, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Miss Maya, Halya.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you. I agree with the pronouncements of the PASOK representative, Mr. Chair, because in our understanding with the case of Matthew Salide, Tau Gamma Phi is technically a community-based fraternity and not a school-based fraternity because they're not sanctioned to use the name of Adamson University, not sanctioned to use the logo of Adamson University. It's just that because they are banned, they know that fraternities and sororities are not allowed or not recognized by university. It's a matter of geographical logistics lang po, na because they are all students, but this is not a school-based fraternity, so they gathered or they organized among themselves. And the recommendation of Senator Subiri is helpful because then the schools, our member schools who do not recognize school-based fraternities can know who are members of community-based fraternities. Because again, Mr. Chair, we emphasize that hindi naman po lahat ng aming member schools do not recognize fraternities. There are those who do,
Thank you.
especially recognize them. Yes.
Thank you. We note the statements coming from Miss Maya and Attorney Rosales, but you should also note the context of these proceedings. Nabasa ko po lahat yon. Ito mapapatunayan ng mga pulis. Nabasa ko po lahat yung mga screenshots ng mga sa group chat nila. Alam mo po ang sabi nung isa, basta tayo sa Lunes pagpasok sa school, normal lang tayo, wala nang iimik. Pagkatapos nilang ilibing si Matthew. Ibig sabihin, nire-respeto pa rin nila yung babalikan nilang eskwelahan kahit galing sila sa community-based group. Basta pagpasok natin sa Lunes, wala nang iimik, normal lang kayo. Ganun po yung mga statements doon sa hawak na ebidensya ng ating kapulisan. So, thank you for your statements. Senator Estrada would like to interject.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, good afternoon to our Senate President and my colleagues here in the Senate. First and foremost, I would like to extend my sincerest and deepest sympathies to the family of John Matthew Salilig. Nakikisa ako sa pamilya ni John Matthew sa paghahanap ng katarungan sa kanyang senseless and gruesome death. No one deserves to die from a brutal death. Another young man had died from hazing. John Matthew was hoping to have a brotherhood that would protect and help him. Instead, these so-called brothers were the ones who paddled, punched, slapped, and caused him a lot of pain that resulted to his death. The fraternity involved is Tau Gamma Phi. It is one of the largest fraternities in the Philippines. It is also known as Triskelion Grand Fraternity. Ironically, its motto is Triskelion firmly believes in the power of reason and not in the use of force as reason. They believe in not using force, but their fraternity holds the highest number of recorded hazing deaths among all fraternities. We could no longer bring back the life of John Matthew. I fervently hope that this tragedy would be the stimulus needed to achieve a genuine reform in the anti-hazing law and in the policies of academic institutions that would lead to the abolition of hazing. We should not allow the death of John Matthew to be in vain. The perpetrators should be punished and be dealt with accordingly. May I ask, Mr. Chair, if there is any representative from Tau Gamma Phi present today?